Welcome back to my Let's Play at the LDC number 23 contest loads, and today I will be showing off the intended solutions to my own contest loads. The time has finally come for that, especially since I think my loads have finally all been fully patched up, and I don't think any more backwards will result. And so, the time has finally come for me to show uh, what I had in mind for these loads that I created. So first up is my rule 1, which is everything comes in twos. Okay, and originally this level did not have a time limit, but unfortunately, I think the only way to patch up a back route here was to add in one. And so I think with that, the solution has finally been enforced, at least what I had in mind. And if you recall, yeah, the rule for this rule set was to create an exit everything level with at least 5 different skill types, and each skill has to have a quantity of 10 or less. So here, as you can see, this level that I made is a 2 of everything. And unfortunately, as much as I hate to, I needed to make some of the skills pickups to fix some back routes. Because otherwise I would have not made any. And so that it would be clear that this level is a 2 of everything and that I did not violate the rule here. But, that's the way it goes, Some of these back routes cannot be fixed without making the skills pickups. But anyway, as for the solution itself. So first let me have him stack it and immediately clone. And then the second one will need to be a glider, as if he is allowed to drop down, then he will simply slip past the stack. And you essentially cannot waste a platformer here. Well, actually, you can't, because you're not even given any platforms at the beginning. And then the glider also gets a climber. Okay, build to get up here. Okay, and then upon getting up here, we're going to go ahead and bash. Okay, and then around when there's about 5 lemmings left coming out of the hatch, I go ahead and give a glider to the one going to the right, who will collect the platformer pickup, and also platform up this gap. Okay, and this timing here is a bit tricky, but this is part of the solution that I want to be enforced here. So basically, pretty much any time around when the bash is like nearly done and everything, you just pretty much have to like fiddle around here and make sure you give the correct lemming a glider and platforming up this gap, and also timing these climbers correctly. So after finishing bashing, he's going to glide and land here. So we're going to build and then immediately clone. According to one person who saw this level, Amani, he said that this was the hardest part to see. And I had a suspicion that for players playing this low, that it definitely would be the hardest to see in this low. Okay, so pretty much what will happen is that the other climber that just got into the basher tunnel, he's going to get down here, and it needs to be timed in such a way so that he does not glide and land on this floating platform here. Yeah, instead he needs to go down here and collect a stacker pickup. Because if he is allowed to land on here, just like the builder that going to the right just finished, yeah, then essentially it will be impossible to free the crowd later. Because pretty much once you miss that opportunity, you miss the opportunity forever. And so, of course, to prevent dying, yeah, then we go ahead and stack. And I placed the floating platform in such a way so that the only way to stop the climber from going into the master trap is to stack. And fortunately, the stack connects with the platform so that he climbs and then turns back around. And then here, we're going to go ahead and stone so as to provide a stepping stone and to seal off this gap. Okay, so after turning around, yeah, he just floats down here. And then this is your one opportunity to bash through the one-way wall to free the crowd. And then we're going to go ahead and bomb so as to prevent this climber from going out and dying and falling into the acid and drowning. Okay, so they're just going to go ahead and go up this structure up here. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and platform. Yeah, here I use the athlete to do it. Okay, and then stone. So as you can see, yeah, this is the reason for the cloning the builder, as we need to create this platform for the crowd that unfortunately comes back here. Because essentially, due to the timing here, the crowd will catch up to the lead glider, the one that just did the platforming and stoning. And by the time that happens, yeah, they're going to be taking this roundabout here. And so that's why this platform is necessary. It's absolutely necessary. Yeah, others are just going to come back and fall down and splat. Okay, the other climber in the meantime, or rather the athlete, will climb up and then we bump, so as to create a nice ramp for the others to access the exit. And that's already it. So, pretty much, there were like a lot of back routes, pretty bad ones, I would say. In particular, in earlier versions, it was possible to simply use this part of the low to get to the exit. I think, yeah, due to the fact that players often have the builder and the stoner available, and so that allowed them to access the exit. And so I tried to find the most elegant fix for this, and I think the best way was to simply put a block of terrain in the way. Yeah, because I originally tried putting steel here, but I thought it's not going to look pretty, and even if I did, I'm pretty sure it will still be backroutable. Yeah, that you can still use the same solution. Yes, I'm pretty sure you can still use the exact same solution. So therefore, the easiest fix here seems to be putting a block of terrain in the way. And then originally, a lot of this wasn't even here as well. But yeah, there were just some bad backroutes that resulted in here as well. In particular, being able to platform across here, or even here, yeah, that I needed to block off with some terrain as well, and also needed to put a fire trap here so as to prevent any funny ideas that people might get, and then after all was said and done, yeah, the only thing that was unintended was simply Icho's second use of the cloner, as he always was able to delay cloning a lemming. And I said, no, can't have that. Yeah, because this platform for the crowd, yeah, I definitely wanted to enforce that. And so the only way I could do that was to add in a time limit, unfortunately. And the really funny thing was that when I first made this level, I thought about, oh hey, I can pretty much finish this level in about 5 minutes. And so, yeah, now, in this particular solution, and I think in Icho's solution as well, yeah, he was able to finish in about less than 4.5 minutes, I believe. But I didn't want this to be an extreme time cruncher, so therefore I just allowed some extra time, yeah, in case people need it. So I just allowed the full 5 minutes. And so, yeah, that's pretty much the history with this level. So I think I definitely wanted to do something about, like, yeah, at the beginning of just basically gliding and platforming and stuff, and just putting a lot of red herrings everywhere. So, like, for example, this gap here, which could certainly be done with a stoner, but then you'd start running into problems with their skills that are needed elsewhere. And before this block of terrain was here, well, I guess it's technically still possible. Yeah, there's this very enticing route where you can just, after building up here, yeah, you can platform. But the thing is, yeah, when you platform, this is actually a pixel too far away, and so you will also need like maybe a stoner, or possibly even a builder. But the thing is, yeah, if you do that, yeah, then you won't be able to release the crowd later. So really, I just pretty much after doing the main part of the level, yeah, I just decided to draw in as much red herrings as I could, yeah, to possibly try to deceive and trick the player. Because as I found out in the previous contest, yeah, I seem to be perfectly fine with making difficult levels. It's just the visuals, which can definitely use some work. Yes, and that is something that I do agree with Icho on. But I've already told him it may be a while before I satisfy him in that aspect, just because I've never really been an artist myself, and so yeah, the really strange thing is that I think spatial reasoning, yeah, I tend to struggle with it a lot more than I think I do. I thought I'd be fine with being able to visualize how well things can be put together, but especially since I love puzzles and all. Yeah, I did a lot of jigsaw puzzles when I was young, but well, it seems to be something that I struggle with even today. But even then, yeah, I can still work on it, right? So, but well, like I said, it's probably going to be take quite a while before I satisfy Icho in that department. But anyway, yeah, let's go on to my rule 2 now. So my rule 2 is 30 seconds before the final curtain call. And as the title suggests, there is a time limit of 30 seconds here. And basically the rule here was to create a 240 by 120 level. Yeah, so in other words, a very, very small and pretty much compact level. And I think that was pretty much the... and also 10 lemmings or less, and time limit of 1 minute or less. And yeah, no joke here. I actually put this level together in literally about like half an hour, in like 15 minutes to half an hour. And I thought it was so good, yeah, that there's pretty much no chance of it being background. But well, then comes along Icho, and he manages to background several versions of it. And yeah, I guess that's what I get for putting a level together that quickly. So I guess lesson learned probably. But well, yeah, this level went through a lot of changes. So yeah, in earlier solutions that I saw, I thought the back routes would be like unpatchable, but fortunately, with some perseverance, I think I finally managed to make it work. So in particular, the 2 bonnet entrances down here, they were not pre-assigned gliders at all, and also these updrafts weren't here, and also the water was just pretty much at the bottom. Yeah, it was just a water pit rather than this water object that you see here. And yeah, and also these 2 exits that are in midair, they weren't there before as well. But yes, I had to add them in so as to prevent any back routes. And definitely the easiest fix here would be to add buttons to be pushed and also unlock the exit. But I found out that the L2 Circus tile set does not have a lock exit at all. And I thought, oh shoot, that would mean that I would have to grab a locked exit from another tile set. But I feel really uneasy about using an exit from another tile set, while the main tile set uses is the L2 Circus tile set. I said, nah, yeah, even though there's nothing prohibiting me from doing that, I said, no. I don't think it's a good idea to, and it just wouldn't look the same. And I definitely wanted like some kind of circus theme to this level. So that's why I decided to keep everything from the circus tile set. Yeah, including the exit. Yes, and also as you can see, these upwards arrows, yeah, these will also resolve background fixing as well. And then also these blocks of terrain, yeah, they will also add in as well. Yeah, and of course the pickups as well. And you may notice these number 2s in this with the circus lights. And the reason for that is because the exits up here also have exit limit, but they are entirely off the screen. And so to prevent this from being like hidden information, I decided to help out the player and give an visual indicator to tell them that these exits do have an exit limit. Although I have to suspect that players who play this level, they won't exactly pick up on what it is right away. Maybe not until like at least solving the level. Yeah, then maybe it should become clear. Yeah, that these are indeed exit limits. But yes, that's kind of the thing that I'm quite confused about. In that, like, I don't exactly understand why the exit limits have to be so high above the exit. Yeah, and of course, to prevent the numbers from being off the top of the screen, yeah, originally the terrain was a lot lower, but I had to shift some of this upwards, yeah, just to get the gliders to interact correctly at the bottom down here. Okay, so we also have a 99 release right here. So with the first lemming from this entrance here, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and fence and then clone. Yeah, and then like I said before, these lemmings down here are pre-assigned gliders. And then the lemming that just turned around here will mine. And these 2 gliders will also get swimmers. The swimmer pickup. Okay, and then I also cloned the miner as well. Yeah, just after the fencer has gone a bit, so as to like prevent being interrupted by the miner. And then these two normal lemmings up here will get shimmiers. Yes, and then the swimmers will of course swim. And then just before hitting the ground, yeah, they do open up their glides in time to start using the updrafts to glide upwards and to access these mid-air exits. Yes, so the fencers have collected the climber pickups. And the climbers will be given to these shimmiers. Yeah, because basically we cannot allow them to turn around. Yeah, as there just isn't enough time for that. And also, yeah, due to the exit limits as well. So then we get the walker pickups. And yes, these walker pickups may seem very useless, but they are actually important, as you shall soon see. So after the miners breakthrough, we're going to immediately cancel both of them with a walker each. And this is crucial because this is the only way that you are able to finish the load on time. Yeah, as you can see, yeah, the time limit essentially ran out, yeah, as the lemons exited. And so, yeah, let me show you what would happen. What would happen if you did not cancel them with walkers. So let me just go ahead and give the replay up to here, and then I'll cancel it. Yeah, so that the red R is no longer there. So as you can see, yeah, the lemons stop as they are exiting. So therefore, yeah, it is crucial to cancel the miners with a walker each. So yes. So, like I said, the walkers may seem useless, but they are actually very, very important to save that crucial second. And then finally, we go to my Route 3 level. And this is called Cross Over into the Light, my limbs. So pretty much the rule here was to choose 2 tile sets and make a level out using them. The only caveat here is that you need to use the entrance for 1 tile set, but for the other tile set, you have to use the exit for that one, for the second one. So that's why here you see the entrance from the shadow tile set, while you see the exit from the beach tile set. Yeah, which are the 2 tile sets that I chose for this level. Okay. So this one, yeah, I thought this one would be fully patched up, but nope, I was wrong because I totally forgot to account for this right here. So that's why you see the steel block, which is a result of backward patching, and also the upward arrows as well. Originally, they were left-facing arrows, but I totally forgot to take into account still being possible to dig down here. And pretty much the backwards that resulted were just basically building over to over here rather than down here, which is what I wanted. Oh yes, and regarding the music for here, yeah, this is pretty much from Puppet and Pep's Balloon-O-Rama. You played that game growing up. Yeah, I loved that game as a kid. And yeah, so I decided to use one of Colorful Artist tracks for this one. And especially since, yeah, due to the tile set here as well, I just wanted like some kind of like really epic sounding music here. And I thought the Moon soundtrack from that game, yeah, kind of fit it in here. Alrighty, so the second lemon will get the climber. And while the first lemon to go back to the left will stack so as to fill up this gap so no one can walk into the master trap. And then of course the climber gets a swimmer pickup. Okay, so he's just going to go all along down here, climb up, and then we're going to go ahead and shimmy. And also to my horror, yeah, I found out that these pieces from the beach tile set, they are not shimmier friendly. And so as a result, this took an extremely long time for me to like make a lot of eraser pieces and adding in terrain so as to make this entire section shimmier friendly. Yeah, it was a huge pain, but well, I persevered and got it in. Okay, so he gets up here, gonna climb up, and then we're gonna go ahead and dig at the edge here. Okay, he stops due to the steel. Okay, and then of course patch up this gap with a builder. Okay, and now here comes the fun part. We're gonna go ahead and mine And this builder's staircase was placed in such a way so that the miner would use it to keep on going. And this part this structure right here, I actually got inspiration from a lower Icho's from his Lemmings reunion pack. So I'm not exactly sure if Icho noticed, but yes, this structure right here with the mining through the builder staircase and also bashing, with using the terrain to your advantage here, is the exact same thing that was used in Icho's lower Nighter Knights from his Lemmings reunion pack. So I got inspiration from that, with this right here. And yes, the important thing here, let me go ahead and back up a bit. Yeah, the important thing is to make the miner basher, just before he can chip off this tiny layer of terrain and result in the Lemmings falling into the water. Yes, it is very important that he becomes a basher so that doesn't happen. And yes, like I said, the terrain is what helps the basher keep on going. And originally I had some problems with trying to get the timing correct here, so I loosened it up by putting in some more terrain to keep the basher going, so as to cause everyone to turn around in time, so that you don't have this mess. In that some Lemmings will be too clumped up and some will fall into the water as a result before you can stone, because we need a stone to fill up the gap here. So yes, I pretty much helped ease the timing here, so that it doesn't become a major problem. So now we can access here. And if all that's left to do is to bomb through the wall here, and that's it. Oh, and you notice the timer. We pretty much finished in 4 minutes exactly here. But yeah, I'm not going to be too strict about being as quick to finish the level as possible. So therefore, I didn't put in a time limit for this one. And plus, it doesn't really add anything to the puzzle. Yeah, as much as I like time limits myself, while the general consensus is that don't add time limits unless it is absolutely necessary. Yeah, maybe as to like fix a back route, like in my rule one, or it is part of the puzzle. Oh, and you may have noticed that in this level, this level could have worked as a rule one level as well. It's just that it just consisted of tiles and mixing. And the reason for that is because my root 3 was a 1 of everything low. And fortunately, here, there wasn't really any, like, what do you call it, pickups needed here. Yeah, it's clear from the get-go that this is a 1 of everything. Was there anything else that I wanted to say? I feel like there was, but what it is, I can't think of it right now. Oh yes, I remember. So basically, what I wanted to say was that, in the process of creating these levels for this contest, I seem to be pretty good at making small to medium levels so far. Yeah, as I think I have tried making much bigger levels, but I haven't really been successful in doing that just yet. But it seems that I am able to make difficult levels. Yeah, like somewhat difficult ones, I would say. And out of these 3 levels for this contest, I would definitely have to say that my Route 1 is the hardest. Yeah, while Route 2 is probably my easiest one. But yes, so far I seem to be very fond of X of everything's and also small to medium sized levels. Here, especially with my Route 1, I think I originally wanted to do like at least a 3 of everything or something. But I ultimately found or made a level in which it worked out as a 2 of everything. And I think the puzzle is fairly decent for a 2 of everything. Yeah, not too easy, but at the same time, challenging. Yeah, so it should give like some people a lot of trouble, especially with the red herrings that I added in there. Okay, so those were the solutions for my contest lows, the intended solutions, that is. So I hope with this you enjoyed watching the solutions to my own lows, and now you know exactly what I intended, and you know how to solve these lows if you've been trying to solve them yourself and wasn't able to, well, here's some help for you. And so with this is the final low for the final video for the LDC number 23. So with this, yeah, there's still about a week and a half left before the playing phase closes, and then the voting will start. I don't exactly expect my lows to get very far in the voting, but well, whatever happens, happens. And so I would just simply let the community speak for me and see if the lows make it that far. But if not, then I'm not going to be too upset about that, as I'm just simply entering these things just to see how much better I could get a low making, and also just to have players play my lows. But it seems that we didn't have too many people uh, playing and solving these lows, yeah, other than the low authors themselves. Um, and so, yeah, that's kind of a bummer. But well, yeah, can't really like expect or force anyone to play these. Yeah, especially since this community, yeah, we're all humans, and we do have lives outside of lemmings. Yeah, our life is not just all about lemmings. Um, so yes, with this, I hope you enjoyed watching the solutions of my own lows, and I'll see you all around for the next project, whatever that will be. So be on the lookout for future videos that I upload.